let's talk a little bit about petroleum here. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly because we're at the end of the semester, and you can read all this in your book. I'm just going to highlight some of the important parts, and then you can go back and read about it. It's just a couple sections in your book. All right, well, as it turns out, it's an issue because we depend on others. In the United States, this is our millions of barrel per day consumption in the U.S. This is our production in the U.S., the blue line, and this is what we have to import. Okay, we had a peak there in the late 70s. That's when we couldn't keep up. That was a big problem. Fuel prices went up, couldn't keep our production up, and then we had some conservation measures. Our use went down. See, we're creeping back up again, just due to the growth of the economy and the growth of our population. So the storyline here is that we have to import, and our imports continue to go up as our production goes down. Our production is going down because all the oil that was easy to get to has already been gotten to. That's why we have all of this debate right now over the deep water drilling, the disaster in the Gulf. Is because we have to go to these extremes to get oil to meet our demands, rather than having to trying not to have to import so much, because then you're dependent on others. Who are these others that we're dependent on? Well, Canada is a big supplier. That's good. Canada's a good friend. Saudi Arabia is a friend, but it's a strange situation there. Venezuela, Mexico, a friendly country also. Venezuela, not so much. Nigeria has a lot of internal problems. Iraq, obviously, is a bit of a disaster right now. And then these are just other sources. So this is where our oil comes from, which because we depend on these other countries, we have to have relationships with them. It dominates a lot of the politics of our nation too, which is a whole issue. You can read about that as well.